Since you built your system, have you seen your numbers go up?
Well, there's part of the system that I've built, whilst designing it, they are things that or tools that I've used in the past that were all separate and then had to have them modified. So I was very clear with what I wanted to do and where to get it. So I wouldn't have done that unless I didn't see those results. But at the same time, it has been speaking with other people outside of our industry to see how their industry works and to see how they measure things and automate things, that have picked up a few key points that we didn't have available, that when we engineer them together brings out something really special as well. So I think the majority of the tools, I'd love to say the whole thing is revolutionary, but it is. All the components are used in synchronization, and I think that's what's really cool about it.
All right.
You do everything that I'm talking about yourself. As in, you can schedule the appointments, you can enter their data into the CRM, you can learn how to do this, that, and the other, and you'll waste your time and you'll fail. And I say that you'll fail is because when you want to boost your activity and you have to have it scalable, that's where people fall down, because all of a sudden it's just, I can't handle this because I'm meant to be focused on that. So it's just a suite of tools that will enable you to concentrate on not just that area and have that perfected, but also other areas as well, and help facilitate that ease. Because
we'll go into the details of your system, I think, next time. Let's leave something, for a bit more. But just let's go back to before you had set up the system. You as an IB, we said, there were some difficulties. What were some key lessons that you learned from being an independent IB?
Key lessons.
Yes.
Make sure that your customers stick to you like glue, and they'll do that not just because you show them results, but because of the rapport that you build up with them. And that is old school. So even now with this automation, once these people become customers, I have a rapport with them. I have to have a rapport with them. Certainly the key ones.
Right.
And when that happens, that gives you an element of insurance, in the sense of that when your, other partner screws something up or screwed something up, my customers would carry on with their faith with me, right? And so I put them into something else. So that was something that was cool to see happen and feel happen. Another thing, is the money, right? It's just fair.
Always.
It's just, to go from quite a well-paid sales job to being a mediocre salesperson in finance can see a massive increase in your profits in your account, and I think that that's really, really cool and really powerful. So, the money has been fantastic as long as you get paid. And, the experiences with clients and building up relationships with clients is, very, very important as well. And you have great times, if you're a traveler like I am, you've always got people to go and see and stuff to do. And I think that's a pretty cool thing.
All right. Are you willing to share what was your biggest payday?
No, but I've had some good ones. But my favorite though was a period of time actually where everything was just consistent. And actually, in hindsight, that was far more valuable than the big paychecks. And the figures were consistently high as well. I should say. but they were more important, I think, and more desirable than, I think of the last few big checks that I've got that have been really big, where I hadn't been banking much money beforehand. So by the time I've sort of paid everything off that I needed to pay off, and, I had some profit, but wasn't as nice as when it came in, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why I think there's something better for the in the process when it's consistent. You know, when you can go.
Okay. Which you probably get more from B2B than B2C to be.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
For me, the way that I've gone down,
Of course.
and it means I can sleep at night. You know, and I can get up and I can know what my position is, and I can know that the money's coming in when it's coming in. All these sort of things it means that you can plan. It means you can live, and it means that you can chase after some of the big deals. And if you don't get them, it doesn't matter, right? And you're not going to come across desperate.
Right.
So I think that was. In hindsight, on the path that I took, they were the best times. It was the consistent times where I didn't have to worry.
Well, I think we spoke about this just a few days ago, actually, when we're talking, you know, about our investments. And the idea is really that, you know, regularly you get X amount of money, and you know that you have that amount, be it, you know, a small amount or a large amount, depending on where you are, right, in your life, but that you know you can count on, which is not based on X amount of hours of work that you need to put in.
Yeah, this is the thing is money should, I mean, we would say to clients all the time, money should work for you, you shouldn't work for money.
Right.
And but we weren't doing that ourselves, right? So
yeah,
I think that like when I started out in finance and really started understanding about the markets and so on, my dream was to be a hedge fund manager, started going down that route. And then there was a time when I just sort of woke up and was like, I don't want to do this. The only reason why I wanted to do this is because the pinnacle of the people in my field were hedge fund managers, right? They were like the celebrities, right? I'm like, all of a sudden, no, this is like, they're still living and dying by the sword if they're exceptional or not, right? So then all of a sudden it was like I sort of rebelled, and I was like, no, I want to do my own thing, and I want to go and live in the jungle, and I want to go and do this, and I want to go and and that was cool. So those experiences have sort of shaped obviously my path, and everybody will have different an experience, but I think that those core components about where's my money, is it getting paid, how am I are always going to be ringing true, because when the shit hits the fan, that's what all you want to know.
Well, also, am I ruining my reputation by bringing clients over to this to this business?
Yeah, and it's as I mentioned before, so much that we read and see can be manipulated.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to put your trust in the people that you're dealing with. And even as seasoned professionals, we can see that there's new ways that people are changing things and manipulating things. Used to be, you used to get like loads of like 419 emails, right? And you'd laugh about it. Right now, there's some serious shit. Click here and you've lost all your funds, and it's, so you've got to be sort of, wise to these things. So, making sure that you have your portfolio of partners being vetted and some sort of due diligence has been conducted is going to reap you, significant benefit in the future, because that enables you, as I say, to invest in the time in automating your customer base and prospecting. But you have the confidence of being able to help them connect with the right partner. That is what you do as an intermediary, and you can't be everywhere at once. You can't, I've seen people go and build the best network of partners. They can't get a customer in. I've seen people get the best amount of customers. They can't connect with a decent partner. The first one they do rips them off, bang, they're gone, right? This guy goes, forget it, I'm not doing that anymore. And we just in between that, it's just wasting and losing money on the table. And I just think that that's ridiculous in this day and age. But
I agree.
when the money was there, worst times when the money wasn't there,
Yeah. Thank goodness there have been more times when the money was there than when it wasn't. Otherwise,
absolutely.
we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And also I think it's important that we as industry professionals also recognize that the people who are coming in now are different. And I mean,
in what way?
From as agents, they all have a lot of them may or may not have experience in sort of introducing, even in the basic sense of a basic affiliate marketer for a product or service in a completely different industry.